RawCast. RawCast. The first independent, unbiased, and completely free source of information and entertainment on the internet and possibly throughout the world and the universe. Ladies and gentlemen, outsiders and in-betweeners, how are you today, Thursday, the 21st of April 2022? How are you? Welcome to RawCast, episode number 6. And this is a Thursday. And this is episode number 6. We already went through episodes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And now this is 6. Oh, hold on a second. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is episode number 6, and you're going to say, well, so what's the deal? The deal is this is episode number 6, and at some point we're going to stop numbering and counting and whatever. But yeah, we're still doing it because we still like it, and it hasn't become a cliche yet. So yeah, this is episode number 6. This is a Thursday, 21st of April. Now, some of the more keen observers, listeners, viewers and fans are going to notice and say, come on, you told us that you were going to be recording the Greek version of RawCast on Sundays and the English version of RawCast on Wednesdays, and today's a Thursday and you're recording, and what the fuck is going on? And we're happy to announce and say that, okay, our crew, our production crew, our cameraman, our sound engineers, our directors, our makeup artists, and all of the team or whatever, they were occupied with other projects yesterday. It was a big day yesterday. They were occupied with other projects. They didn't have time for a shooting, so we are shooting the 6th episode. We were supposed to be shot yesterday. We're shooting it today. So today is a Thursday, not a Wednesday. It's a Thursday the 21st. Yesterday was Wednesday the 20th of April. Now, as you might have noticed, 20th of April is 24, 420. Do you know what the 420 mean? Do you know the 420 colloquialism? Do you know what it means? If you don't know what it means, yeah, it's a reference to smoking pot, smoking marijuana, cannabis. Any of you dedicated or non-dedicated cannabis smokers, casual or non-casual? Any of you into taking various substances other than the legal ones? I don't know. You tell us. We're just sitting here contemplating, well, a bit aloud though, about, what's going on the state of the world today. And our topic of conversation is going to be substances. As I said again, yesterday was the 20th of April, 420. 420 is a colloquialism for cannabis use, cannabis smoking. So yeah, today we thought, well, that's a good segue for us to be discussing substances in general, and not just the legal ones. And when I'm talking about the legal ones, I'm talking about alcohol and tobacco, which they're not only legal, they're also one of the most addictive and destructive substances known to man. The other one is obviously masturbation, but we're not going to be talking about that. We're going to dedicate another episode, the whole episode, to masturbation. We're not going to be talking about that one. We're talking about substances, legal and illegal. First of all, this distinction between legal and illegal substances. Why? What's the deal with it? Why are some substances allowed and some are not? Why are some legal and some illegal? Some person is going to say, well, governments and governing bodies and legislative bodies, they cannot actually outlaw everything, because if they outlaw everything, they're going to have massive riots in their hands. So they kind of allow some things and then they deny some other things. So we can have this interplay of legal, illegal, and then we're going to be hiding and then doing this stuff and then not doing this stuff, and then this is legal and we can do it, and then it's socially acceptable and the other thing is not, and then we create all these classes of people that either do stuff or don't do stuff, and this class of people doesn't do stuff and looks down on this class of people that do this stuff. And we've got all this shit because we haven't got anything else to do with our lives rather to pester other people and just demean and demon them and think of ourselves as better because we're doing X and they are doing Y, and X is better than Y because of the reasons I just invented. So yeah, there we go, substances. Some are legal, some are illegal. All of the legal substances are probably one of the most addictive and destructive. We're talking about alcohol and tobacco. Booze and cigarettes. You people like your drink? Of course you do. You people like your fags? Of course you do. Unless you're a Christian conservative and you don't appreciate fags. But yeah, you like your drugs, you like your legal drugs, and you don't like all the other drugs, which is illegal, sorry, and untaxed, as the late and great Bill Hicks used to comment and say. Legal drugs, taxed drugs, illegal drugs, untaxed drugs. Segue. Anyway, moving on. So what's the deal with it? Why are some of them allowed and some of them are not? Why are those that are allowed so much more addictive and destructive than the ones that are not allowed, than most of the ones that are not allowed? Because a lot of the ones that are not allowed are also addictive and destructive. But then again, why pick one evil and then leave the other evils outside, or just pick one good and then leave the other evils outside? It's all confusing. I know, it's all made up and set up to create division, as we said before, to create a group of people that do X stuff and then they don't do the other stuff, and then another group of people that do the other stuff but don't do the other stuff. So you have, people just pitted against them and constantly fighting, and then you've got the authorities, the people that wisely decide to do this thing and not the other thing, obviously, because for their own nefarious reasons, because of their own profit-driven reasons, because they want to make people's lives insufferable. Not like they're not already, people's lives are insufferable, but they want to make it even more. And, our opinion is this: the legalization of some substances and the illegalization of some other substances is not about public health, safety and protection. Obviously, it's about controlling, it's about subduing, it's about putting people in their place. There's also the literature exists that demonstrates and proves how penalizing and criminalizing some substances had been done in order to target some groups of the populace, some minorities or majorities or whatever, in order to penalize, arrest, jail, and generally expungate them as the bad members of society. So our quite informed and quite right opinion is that nobody should come around and tell somebody what they could do with their body, with their consciousness, with their ability to choose, with their will and need to alter the way that they perceive the world and themselves. Nobody should have the right to come around and do this. I don't know, we're going to call them, what do you call that Spanish thing? The Spanish Inquisition thing. So this is not the Spanish Inquisition, it's like a global inquisition of various sorts. So this is not about public health and safety. This is about penalizing your freedom and also your pleasure. It's like somebody coming into your house, knocking down your door and rushing into your bedroom and seeing you fucking missionary style and saying, you cannot do that, you can only do doggy style, or the reverse, I don't know. Let's just say they bash into your house and they find you fucking doggy style and they say, you're not supposed to do that because of X and Y and these reasons, and it's not good for the woman because, or the man or whatever, because of these reasons, and I don't know if you like it, but generally we decide that it's not good for you, so you can only fuck in missionary position. So you're like, hey, hold on a second, I like fucking doggy style, and my partner likes fucking doggy style, and then lots of people like fucking doggy style. What's your point? What is there anything wrong with this? Am I doing something wrong? Is it like, am I offending somebody? Am I infringing on somebody else's liberties by fucking doggy style? And now you're coming in and obligating me to only fuck missionary position? No, obviously this is bullcrap. Obviously it is bullcrap. Now some people are gonna come and say yes, but people get on various drugs and then they get addicted and then they demonstrate this antisocial behavior. They go and lie and cheat and steal and do various stuff, and they are a menace to society and to other people, mostly to their friends or families or whatever. And I'm going to say, yes, these things exist. Lots of things, not other various substances, can be addictive. Behaviors can be addictive. Thought patterns can be addictive. Adherence to institutions can be addictive. Food can be addictive. anything can be addictive, and if obviously, I mean, if you start penalizing things that can be addictive or behaviors that can be addictive, you're going to soon find yourself and other people penalized to the max, as in not being able to move or do anything else because everything is penalized. If you start penalizing different behaviors, you have to penalize all of them. I mean, what are you going to leave? You're going to leave behind only the ones that suit you? That's what happens. We can only allow church going, and we're going to penalize club going because, yeah, it doesn't fit our, role models or whatever, and sometimes they're going to infringe on some people's rights. People that are churchgoers, they want to have their sound sleep, so they can't be woken up in the middle of the night by the sounds of people clubbing or whatever, because they have to get their rest and go to church. And you see, it's just fucking bullshit, man. I mean, yeah, substances are addictive, they can be destructive, but you have to give the right to people to choose for themselves and go into their rabbit holes. You can't deny them the chance to fuck up themselves. You can't deny them the opportunity to go through hell and come back if they can by themselves. All you can do is inform them of the dangers, offer them information, help, teach them beforehand. You can also offer them, a controlled and safe way under careful professional observation to have, their substances or do have their fun or whatever, and you can also offer them treatment if they wish to, but not hand them, penalize them, jail them, scar them for life, and also telling them that the way that you want to experience yourself and the way that you want to pleasure yourself is not good, and you shouldn't be doing it this way. So is this a wrap? No, it's not a wrap. We still have a couple of more minutes of wonderful music and the opportunity to expand a little bit more on the subject. So what's there more to say? What's there more to say? Yeah, obviously, the war on drugs, on substances, is not a war against drugs. Is a war against personal freedom. Again, this is Bill Hicks, the late great Bill Hicks. So yeah, the war against personal freedom, and we would like to add the war against you having the type and kind of pleasure you want. Also, if this society we live and work and operate in was a healthier society, a society where wasn't competitive, wasn't this cutthroat, jump at your neck, bury each other society and climb on top of each other, and whoever gets through the line first wins. If it wasn't a society based on gains and who's better and who's going to be more visible and who's going to be the best and that, we wouldn't have all these people being driven towards to find a solution to ease their psychological and emotional pain. That's the real problem. The real problem who drives people into addictive substances and addictive behaviors is living in a society which prioritizes profit over being good over each other, who prioritizes, being first rather than being equal. All these bad behaviors and all these bad behaviors and all these, the evils that the war on substances is trying to amend come directly from the kind of society we live in, from the kind of mindset that this society cultivates. And the mindset is like, only the best survive, and only the best are capable, and only the best are worthy, and all the rest, they can go fuck themselves, they can go die because they're a weight on society and everybody else. And so that's how you get unhappy people doing unhappy stuff and receiving unhappy results. Ladies and gentlemen, in-betweeners and outsiders, this was RawCast episode number 6. We're going to be with you very soon, clear-headed, level-headed, and maybe addicted to something we haven't yet figured out. Ciao.